Hi my people, and welcome to my channel. One thing that I struggled with is finding the right tools for me to work. So this channel is about us growing together, tips that I've figured out, other tools that you guys will advise me, and then we'll go deeper and learn together. So today we are here with Canva. So we'll sit with setting up your Canva account. Why are we starting all the way from here? Because definitely people ignore some of these factors and they're very important. So let's go to setting up our Canva account. So I have here my new Gmail open. Search for Canva. So just in your Google, search for Canva, go for the first one, definitely here. Just click the design for me and just go with continue with Google. So continue with Google will allow you to register your account very quick, very fast. We're already done with section 1 of setting up our account. So tick to that. We are done with template 1, and definitely in one of my classes, one thing we'll definitely be doing is celebrating every milestone. So some drum rolls for that. Perfect. So let's move to the next one, understanding the Canva layout. We'll be able to look at this is some few things around setting up an account. It will ask me to check. I'll just say for a small business. I'll definitely say mine is for just pick software and tech, and then only one at the moment. Let me just say 2 to 9. I'll just go. So here, just pick what works for you very quickly. I advise people to just go do this thing very quickly. Oh yay, you see even Canva is celebrating with us. So the layout now is where we are at. So what is the layout of Canva? We have 3 segment I will take you through. So this is gonna be segment 1, this area where we're gonna look at the left navbar. The left navbar has the first thing called create. If you tap on create here, it will now, you'll be able to now pick the slide you want and then start creating from there. So maybe if I want a presentation, I'm able just to pick presentation and then start from there. So that is the create part. When we come to homepage captures everything you've done. So now we have not done anything, but once we do it in the homepage, it will be covered. Then we come to project. This is my favorite part of Canva. Why? Because it helps you solve things in terms of folder. Just go back to what you do in your Google Drive. It helps you organize things, and you're able to organize as project based. Then we come here to template. If you are starting in business or you're struggling with anything, Canva got you. Because if you come to the template part, it has designed templates based on different aspects. Like for a business person, this is the business template. For someone who is doing this for social media content, here's the social media template. For education, here it is. So I'm gonna open some interesting ones. So in business, things that actually in business, something like invoices, you see sales proposal, customer account plan, sales playbook. There is mind mapping in business, there's pitching in business, there's a calendar for the business, there is the project scope for the business. That it gives you variety of things that really resonate with the business. If I go to social media, it will actually capture for me concepts on social media, so I don't have to really think. So this is marketing content. So you see, it even gives you a template that captures all the forms of content that you'll do, a website, a bureau, like everything that you'll do at that moment. So look at this. This is amazing for someone who's studying content. So we're gonna go through all this. So you see, it gives you categories based on who you are and what you're actually doing. Going to the branding. Who is this for and why is this? So the brand kit is where you define your brand identity. This is for someone who is working as a team at this particular point. So you are working 2 or 5 people in one specific project. You define your color, you define your themes, you even put your logo here. So you will take time in the continuous videos. We'll create this brand kit together with you. Now this is my most favorite thing that Canva has ever done, which is Canva AI. It is mind blowing. So Canva AI is GPT just based on Canva. So Canva has been able to gather people's feedback, understand what their problems are, and just gather an AI system that will help them do most of these things very fast. Like design for me, you can ask it to give you a design template, create an image, generate for you multiple images. Drafted docs helps you just create an idea docs from A to Z. Code for me creates for you a website. This is gonna be an exciting section when you look at how will we create a website very quick and very fast with Canva. And then create a video clip. This is a pro feature, but Canva can generate for you a video based on the description that you've given at that point. So tell me if this is not amazing. Then the last one is the app segment. Segment is where you are allowed by Canva to add more apps that you are working with before. So for example, you have a whole drive on Google Drive with all your photos, all your images. Instead of just maybe starting to upload them once again here on Canva and rearranging them on a folder, you can just pick that old folder that you had by installing apps. So here you have multiple apps you can install. So just be creative enough. Just think of any app you have been using for a while, like AI for music, it gives you some sample music. Instagram, like just think of the app that you're using continuously and then just install it from here. You can add, you see, your all Google photos. So I love adding my Google, so you can just decide here and then extract this from Canva so you can install your app. Ain't this amazing? This is so amazing. So at this particular point, we are done with segment 2, and I would love us to give ourselves a clap for just finishing segment 2 as well. Oh yeah. This was section 1 of my video, and at the end of this you all understand what Canva looks like. So for us today, we want to do a presentation. Segment 2, we're going to look at picking your design template. We're going to pick a design template together, editing the color, and then working with elements. Are you ready for this section? Like, are you seriously ready for this? So like, yay! Me personally, I am ready for this section. So let's go. So we're gonna go here to pick our design, create. I hope you're very clear. You're going to create. Let me come back again because we are all beginners. Repeat. So here at the plus button on the left here, create. Yes, at create, just tap on presentation. Don't even struggle typing. If you have a specific set of presentation that you love, you can now describe that, like business presentation. So business presentation, you pick the layout you'd want, and then this will give you an empty spot. But if you want, you can come here and then just come to presentations, and then you look at some samples. I prefer this. So here I'm able to just snooze through and see what kind of presentation is giving me my vibe, what is like feeling with me. So I'm able to just see other samples of business presentation. This is an AI presentation. I think I'm gonna do a presentation that is also related to this topic. What are the killer tools that you need when you're starting off as someone at a workplace? So that's what I'm gonna look at. I love my slides being so clear, so quick, so interesting. So just pick a color palette that works for you. The reason I'm doing this is just it's so easy. It just fills everything once you get the design. So take a bit of time here. I advise you to do that because the best design you pick is what will work for you. And then remember, mark you, this one with the Nini is a pro feature. Let's go to this. Perfect. Oh, this is pro. Let me pick a non-pro one. And now this is the layout I have right now, but definitely this might not be the layout that everyone really loves. So best thing to do is come here to designs, go back, and then here designs is where you start seeing like other amazing presentations. So we have already picked a design, but I want us to pick a Notion all the way through. So the first thing we're gonna do in our presentation, I love guys having a small checklist, so I'm just gonna write here my own checklist of things I need in my presentation. So I need an about us section, about us, and then I'm gonna need let me say agenda, what we're gonna look at. And I'm gonna need the next thing is maybe the tools to use, and then I'm gonna describe why each tool. And then I'm gonna just say maybe I have a navigation video for all, for each. So that's something I can look at. I'm gonna look at something like to action, and then I'm gonna finish with contact. So this is very clear. These are the things I need. Oh, this is Canva comments. I love this because every time when I'm revising my own work, I can leave comments for myself. Instead of just editing at that moment, I can look through my whole presentation and then leave comments for myself on where to improve. And picking a template, that is something we have already achieved. So give me a tick. There we go. And then editing the color. So that's where we are going next. Let's say this is not your color theme, but before I go to editing the color, I would like us to like still like artists. So this has captured for us everything. I don't like that this thing does not have an ini section, so I'm just gonna pick this. Look for Harper business presentation. So I'll look for multiple. I love the layout of the about section. Honestly, I don't like the current about section that I have. So remember, we are going with this checklist. So I have here, there I've placed the agenda, I've placed the above tools I use. So that will be like 3 tools. I'll want it to be reflected in like a circle or an image format. Some of these things will still edit when I am working with when we're working with the elements. So this is a trick I came to learn later, that you don't really have to absorb the whole presentation from the first one that you got. Pick design, pick ideas, just make a whole ideation of yours from the different samples that they're giving you there. So like, this is nice for my tooling. So you see, this will be like how I'll do. So we'll edit the color, don't worry. We are now making the template to be as amazing as we want it to be. I love this thank you, it feels professional enough, but I want my presentation to give playful and serious at the same time. So that's what I'm trying to play around with, the playishness and then the seriousness at the same time. And then one thing you can see is it's Canva itself, when people are creating templates, they're inheriting multiple things that are similar. So I'm just trying to see what would actually make this more friendly, at the same time, apart from being friendly, more it speaks the language we're actually speaking at this moment, because we're speaking the language of aesthetics. We're speaking the language of, I want to know better. So I've already done this. I've done agenda, I've done tools. Why each tool? So why each tool? I'll want the tool and then the capturization tool and then capturization. So let's do this. This one for will be very nice. This one are very nice for showcasing a tool, and then why that tool. So because I need 3 slides, I'm gonna edit the colors, because now this is the bigger part. I love gradient. So just one thing I've done, let me take you through it, is I tapped inside the design, not exactly, I tapped the design, I picked here the background color, and then I came here, and you see what Canva does, it actually marries the colors that you're having in the page and then gives you a sync of each of them. So I would want my color to be a bit gradient like. I don't like a very plain color. I would like gradient, the whole presentation to like reflect the number 1 slide, the number 3 slide. So I'll be going with the green paletting format. So let me see. So here I'm gonna change this to that, Control Z. So I'm gonna pick like colors based on, oh, this was a background image. Honestly, I don't know why this account has restricted me a lot, but once I set up the everything and the account and the payment, we'll see how we can work around this, but because most of us are starting with a free version, this will look, so you see it's giving the green version there. I'm gonna change the color for here to be the green that we're working with. So this is the one. So one thing I can do is now highlight everything that is in blue to give that contrast green. So I have like 2 greens I'm working with. So this section will be this one, and then the section for this one will be the palish green. I'll go with, so just pick everything else that is ungreen, and then just try, these are called elements in the page, so try make them green. So here is I'll go with this palish green as well. So also this, I'll go with the palish green. There we go. So this is it. I'm gonna just pick my overview that I had outlined here, and then I'll try paste this now. Control V. I know you're wondering why did she paste all of them there. So that I love just, it's repetitive but really good. So I'll just start with mine will start with here's where about us will come. Control V. I think I really start with agenda and introduction. So overview and Control Z and agenda. Then here I'll go. So these things look a bit untidy, so what I will do is highlight them, click, just shift and then tap, shift and then tap. Let's do it together. So you tap, shift, tap, shift, tap, shift, shift, tap, shift, tap, shift, tap. Then I'll come here to position, and then here layout. Then I'll come here. I don't know why this thing is not giving me tidy up, but this thing should be active, and then we'll have done like a tidy up thingy. Let me see. Oh, I know why it's not giving me tidy up, because my work is already tidy up. So just let's say that your text was looking like this. So just touch, shift, touch, and I'll come here, and then you see it's now reflecting to me to tidy it up. So when I tap this, it actually, you see, Control Z. Let me just show you. You see now it now reflects, tidies up, and then I just tap this, and then it tidies it up for me. Now we're gonna come to this section. So we have said this is gonna be an overview kind of thing. So we have the agenda already, about us. So about us, here we're gonna look at the about us section. So I'll just type it as about us. Caps. Oh, about us. So I don't really love writing a lot, so what I'm gonna do is just a shortcut around it. Grow together is a YouTube channel that focuses taking beginners in workspaces through tools that will cut down and give them end to end. So because this is a lot of words, I will, and then they're not like perfect English, so what I will do here, tell it to rewrite with better English. Let me say if I want it to be more organic or professional voicing, a bit fun as well. So I tell it to generate here. So that's it. There we go. You guys have stolen the tip here. So the first tip here we have done is just coming here and then asking it to rewrite, and then while it was writing for us, we edited the rewriting things. You can do more here. You can ask it to check spellings. So here it actually ensures that you don't have any spelling mistakes. So for those people who are saying I confuse some spelling errors, Canva got you covered. So Canva will edit that spelling. You can actually tell it which sections you are in. I'll just take you to. Another thing you can do is continue writing. So maybe if you had a word count for your presentation, you can tell it to put the word count. And then if I want to make it more fun, I can even just tell Canva, make it fun. So I come here, I want to also change this color back to what we were working with as the color theme. So take a bit of that, take a bit of that. So it's easy to just touch whatever you want to now change color next. Shift is your friend in this case. Honestly, shift is your friend a lot. Like like just touching the shift key and then touching multiple versions of things is your friend. We have changed that color. This one I would want it to be a bit more like that, so it brings the contrast to the multiple greens that are here. I love this shape, but I would want it to be let me say white. I like that side to be white, so as well as this I like it to be white, so it brings a little bit of I am your friend in Jesus. So this one I'll just touch them all, and then I'll want it to be more dynamic, more dynamic, more dynamic, more dynamic. So here we go, here we go. So there we go. Now you'll touch the middle part, the middle part, the middle part, and then we'll just change it to a bit of white. When you see it's not changing, it's always an image. So I'm gonna take edit, and then I'm gonna pick the green version here. Perfect. You can change the opacity so that your before green can reflect more. Here we have done this. We have done this. Why are we here? Why didn't we go with our green? So we go there. 3 key tools. Honestly, if your work is related to a lot of presentations, for me it's Canva by default, Gamma AI, and then there is ChatGPT. Always whoever it's picking this 3, because they all have free versions. There are more tools, but when you get to the point of paying is when I'll introduce the one. But now if you want free tools, I've given you the 3, and then we'll be going through this video is just taking you through end to end of Canva, and then the next one will be all the tools end to end, and then now how do you integrate all of those tools together. So we're going to now the next section of what was our objective of learning. Yay! So we're gonna go to working with elements. I know you're wondering, hey, we didn't even finish to rewrite the nini, but now this is where the elements come. So let me take you through this thing called element. What is an element? This is one of the things that I love about Canva. Element is like a place where information has been stored, some specific things like if I want to put images, if I want a frame backward, element has that different versions of frame. So I'll just click there and then look for the multiple versions of frame they have. And then the next thing around elements is I'm able to get other things like a table. If I want to insert a table in this presentation of mine, I'm able to come here to tables, insert. You can insert directly from a spreadsheet. This is just based on the spreadsheet information that you have. And then we're gonna go back. It has, if I want to get shapes, I can come here and then pick a shape. Like literally this is can be a shape or a design. So let's just try that. So like maybe I've picked this is my shape here, and then I want to edit this shape. I can come here and then I just, you see, translate it to multiple ways. So the more I pull, the more it just forms multiple shapes. This is it. This is it. So there you can get your shapes, and then from there the shapes part, if you come here again, you can get some lines moving from one, or talk like this one from one stage to another. So I'll just click that and then get the line. So elements is where it plugs you with a lot of things. So if I want photos, like imaginary of photos, I still go there. So if I want something like this and I want to like put it on the background, need a Canva logo. So I just researched what I wanted, and then it gives me some samples. So that's the first tool we're working with. So I'll just pick my images first, and then we'll do designing later. I'll show you what I'm thinking about. And then here I'm gonna look at ChatGPT logo. I've not gotten ChatGPT logo. So what can I do here? I can come to online, and then I'll search here for ChatGPT logo. Now I got my logo here for GPT like this, and then I save image here, image saved. Or I can take a screenshot. I don't know why I prefer taking things screenshots. It's always like I am close to that chapter once and for all. So which one do you think is cute? Because our theme is greenish. I feel like the green one is cute. So I'll just take a screenshot. I feel like getting screenshots is easier than all that. And then the other one that I want us to look is Gamma AI. Logo. I'll talk to you about all these tools. These are all tools for like presentation. Honestly, it just makes presentations easy, faster, better, fun, exciting, all the words that you have in your head. Definitely Gamma just does that for you. So I'm just gonna take this, whatever I have screenshotted, I can come to my design and just Control V. That's why I'm saying it's easy for me to screenshot than literally to. And then now you see I can change now these colors to my green version that I'm working with. Control Z, that's a cute one. So I'll put the background to be the green one. We have our 3 screenshots of the products that I'm gonna take us through and then place it like this. So there's this one format, I can do this like this, but you see it will still give me the blurry background. But now here's where the function of the frame comes in. So I can just come here, pick the funny frame I want to pick. I feel like this one is more fun for me than any other frame. And then I'm going to pick this image and then just duplicate and then put it inside. Oof. Why is the image not working? Let me try with the GPT. There's a possibility that's not an image. Yes. So GPT just worked. Let me pick another frame here. This one, and then let me try with this. So I'll just do a bit of let me teach you a trick here. So this and this are supposed to be together. So I'll just tap this and then shift and then tap this and then shift and then come here and then write group. So that one I'll have grouped them together. So here I can come and move this, then come here and then pull this one together here, move this, pull this one together here. Don't worry about aligning them, we'll do that with a tool in Canva. So here, tool this together and then position. I'll just put it tidy it up, so you see it has tidied it up. It looks so nice. And then I've placed it vertical. I want to place it on the middle, everything to be at the middle of the page. So if I put it here and then I just type here middle, so like that, middle, tidy it up, tidy it up. Perfect. So now they look almost similar. I'm gonna work with the middle one, which is 445px and then 445.9 px. So I'm just gonna work with that as the key px for all of them. So when I'm 445, and then I'm gonna still go with 445.9 like that, and then I'm gonna tidy it up. So now they all look like the same size and the same concept like that. And then now I'll want to pick them the way they are, like that, like exactly how they are, like this, and then I'll pull them a bit down. Why am I pulling them a bit down? Because I want to put text here in the middle. So I want to put text and then talk about the tool itself that I'm using. So text, you pick the second section at text. So here I'll just put duplicate of my text. Don't worry about the text font and all that, we're gonna deal with that later. Perfect. So the fonts are a bit different right now, but we're gonna work on that. I think you're seeing something. When I'm pulling, it's bringing some lines. Well, that's something we're gonna look at. So we're done with that. I'm gonna delete this page because I really didn't need this page. Let me see. I am done with this tools to use. Why each tool? So this page was not needed, so I'm gonna delete it. So here I'm gonna look at tool number 1, which is Canva. So now because we screenshotted everything, it's coming back here as an uploaded thing. So here I'll just remove this, Control Z, share. Perfect. And then I'm gonna pick the Canva logo here, this one here, the one we had picked here. Then you know what I'm gonna do, just put it on top of it. I'm gonna come here to upload it, and then I'm gonna pick this GPT. Gonna just put it and then round it as much as possible. So I'm gonna put this one into a different format and round it kidogo. Perfect. The GPT, and then I put some rounded frames around GPT. Yeah, I don't know if you're seeing the roundedness. And then the shadow, I'm gonna give it more, adding the borders onto the pages. It gives it a bit of above visibility. It feels like it's on top of something. So in some cases we'll do the shadows, in some cases we'll not do. So now I have the 3 tools. Canva. So this is Canva, GPT, and then this one. And then finally we have the next set of page that we want to look at, which is call to action. So call to action, this is looking cute. And then the last thing we want to look at, it is contact page. I feel like this contact page is also looking cute. So with that said, how far are we with our goal? So we have understood how elements work. We have worked with multiple elements and seen how it works. So let's move to the next segment of this session. Congratulations to us for reaching there. You have not figured it out yet. I'm doing all this using Canva. I am literally not having an external tool to help me tick. So this is some of the things I will teach you in Canva. How do you present with Canva to make this possible? So let's move to the next segment. Are we ready? Now this is the final and last segment. So drafting text faster in Canva. I touch a bit of this. I don't know why I'm moving around, but I touch a bit of this, and you can add more around it now. And then adding images, and then adding videos, and then sharing to a friend. So we have already done a bit of adding images and adding videos while I was touching on the editing part. So let me just tick this. We've done a bit of adding images. This is something we have done. We have done also a bit of editing faster, so I'll just add some more factors on that. The reason I did here I was about to take you through the 2 things: how to use this and this one, fix spelling and rewrite. Right now we're going to use continue writing and then shorten. So why am I using continue writing here? So I'm just gonna go and talk about here Canva AI. So why Canva? So this is Canva is a tool that supports you in coming up, helps you have a clear layout. So like something like this, I've just started it off, and then I'm gonna tell it to continue writing. So it will gather whatever it has around the nini, around Canva, and then just writes for you. So you see, this is so nice. This is so nice. But again, this is so much. This is so much information. So what do? After it has written for me like this, I will just type again, Control All in this segment, and then I will tell it to shorten. So this one, Control All, and then this segment, Control All, and then I will tell it to shorten. You now don't really need to start thinking, oh, what should I remove, what should I not remove. It actually remains the same content, but it now reduces the intensity of the content. So now you've learned how to use that. Gamma does the presentation process so quick, so fast. Like whatever we have been taking time here, would have just gone to Gamma and just told it do ABC and talk about the 3 tools, and then Gamma would have done that already. But now why do we integrate it with now Canva? It's because now Canva has the ability to pick your brand identity based on what you would have defined as your brand beforehand. What if I have a document that me and my friends have been working on, or my team have been working on, and then I want to transform this document, all of it, into a presentation? So Gamma does that for you, like very quick, very quick. With Canva, that will be so hard, because yes, we have Canva AI, but we won't give you all those details. Then we go to ChatGPT. So ChatGPT gives you reviews for you, your presentation, and gives you feedback on areas you need to improve on and add on. So GPT is like a library. I consider it a library of massive information and with a lot of knowledge. So instead of just you continuously struggling to get reviews from people, or your manager who might be at that moment busy and you're just starting off, you need to have somewhere that gives you feedback continuously on what you've done. So for me, GPT does that. So you just go to your GPT and then you ask it to like give feedback on that slide that you've worked on, and then definitely gives you very outstanding feedback that will actually be very beneficial for you. So here, thank you and call to action. Together we can learn and improve. This is just sharing what I have learned. I would really love you guys to tag me in what you've learned. Also add some tips on what you think we should have added, or what is the most important thing that anyone else who is starting off in the workspace or a small business here is. Together we can enhance our learning and grow by sharing knowledge and fosters connection with one another. So I'm calling upon everyone else who has also started this journey and was struggling and has figured it out to please write some areas and tips on which we can work on a video together on. What other things do you think someone who is starting off, and what other tools do you feel like someone who is starting off with a small business or is just starting off with Canva should be aware of and should capture within their work schedule? So with me, this is saying just a thank you so much for anyone who has taken time to listen to this. This page is not important, so I'm gonna delete it, and then here is thank you, and then just put your contact and details. Definitely next time we'll look at how do you brand it when you're going to look at the brand kit, definitely. But now this is how our cute presentation looks like. I've seen something here. It's okay, this is how it looks like. We'll look at how do you do transitioning, and then how do you will work with this all the way through. How do we make it better? How do we do font sizes? But for today, we just wanted to finish a whole presentation, which I think we have done. So if I want to share this, now this is the last segment we are in. If I want to share this, how do I share it with a friend? So here I will come and then I will pick anyone, and then I will want to share this with a friend. Like I'll just pick, let me come back again. So here, so this is how you will defaultly have it. So you'll come here, this place. You can, number one, add an email for the person you want to share with. Number two, you can come here and then any link, and then allow people to edit, and then you can just copy this and then share it with your friend. Another thing you can do is come here to see all. You can make it a template. I have remembered we have missed out one thing. So let me say I want to put a video outlay of how to actually do this. So let me say a thank you video. So I'll just come here, type at elements again, I'll just type thank you video. So I've just decided let's do a thank you video instead of that chair sitting there. So this set video as background, so it will inherit everything else. So thank you for watching. I'm able to add here my contact here my email, and then my location here at this section, and then I'm gonna delete this all. Thank you, and then like that. As of today's session, I believe we are proud to say that number one, we have managed to finish this video, and then we have shared with a friend. And with that said, I think we can celebrate ourselves and then close the curtains for our session. So at this point, I would love to get some more feedback from you guys. What other areas would you like us to cover in Canva?